folks, and welcome to Craic News. This week we have none other than the Sunflower Gong Show winner and up-and-coming comedian, Mr. Ryan Ward. How are you, Ryan?
I'm good, James. Thanks for having me, bud.
Is this your first podcast, by the way?
My first ever podcast.
Okay, we're breaking your podcast cherry today.
Yeah. Thanks
that was
much.
slightly too intense there.
Yeah.
So we're going to get stuck in. We're having a wee chat. You're talking about this new drug. Is it new?
It is a new wonder drug that all the celebrities are on.
Ozempic. And it's a new drug for all these up-and-coming sort of celebrities to get into their beach body and stuff. Have you ever used Ozempic? You seemed like you were very interested in the drug.
And I just follow celebrities, and I just everything celebrities are doing, I'm just fascinated with. So Ozempic in particular, like the Illuminati, do you know Oprah, Will Smith, with all the housewives, all the celebrities that are in the Illuminati, they're all on Ozempic. So
Will Smith is on Ozempic?
One of the Smiths, yeah. Oprah's definitely on it.
Okay. Like, so it's made for people with diabetes.
Yeah.
I've heard, like, you said you were part of a Slimming World. Mm-hmm. What happens in the Slimming World?
Now, I don't know if I did Slimming World right, but my memory of Slimming World was you can eat as much as you want, but you just can't put butter on anything. But everything tastes like crap because you haven't got butter, you haven't got salt. You're
saying that as if, like, you put butter on it. Do you usually put butter on everything? I hate butter.
Do you?
I hate butter. See people who, like, I've seen people eating butter sandwiches. And it's really thick. My granny used to put it on like it was cheese. Okay. And I was like, is it Oma just love butter or something?
Well, firstly, yes, Oma does love butter. And secondly, I wouldn't call 2 slices of bread with butter a butter sandwich myself. But no, I do love butter. But proper butter. Not like Flora or...
I can't believe it's not butter. Did you ever hear the rumour in Slimming World where, like, they had this, it was like milkshakes. You drank the milkshake and then maggots went into your body.
No.
And you never heard that before?
No.
That was the... You're in your celebrity gossip. This is like the...
Oh, no, I know people, like, eat tapeworms and stuff. But I've never heard of... Like, they just eat the tapeworm. I've never heard of it being, like, snuck into a milkshake.
Yeah, that was the big thing.
I would have. See, when I was fucking 16, I was, like, coming on 20 stone. And I'd have done anything to lose weight except jog and watch what I eat. And I was desperate. But I was like, it was just a thing back then. Like, Sonia from EastEnders was on the cover of every fucking magazine. Yeah. How I went from 20 stone to 10.
Were you like 20 stone?
I was like 20 stone at one point, yeah.
Fair
play for being 20 stone.
Those maggots must have worked in Slimming World. What I wanted to ask you was, so Ozempic, we were saying, like, people are using this drug, but it's not supposed to be for losing weight. Yeah. Did you ever use anything, whenever you were like a teenager or younger, that wasn't like a drug that wasn't for its used purpose?
Oh, fuck, what didn't I? Anything? Like, Jesus Christ.
Did you ever have, in Belfast we used to have this little corner shop, but it used to sell plant fertilizer, but it was salvia.
Oh, okay.
It was hallucinogenic.
Yeah.
And then like school kids used to walk in, and like obviously they weren't doing a whole lot of gardening, and it was like, oh, what's the strength of like plant fertilizer that you want? And you're like, oh, I want to fertilize my plants. And then he was like, sweet, and he would give you this little, like,
that one. Was that legal hay? Was that during the legal haze?
But it was legal because
it wasn't for
it was
a plant. Okay,
it was for the plants to get high. Yeah.
There's lots of stuff like that though, like glue. Do you know what I mean? Like glue isn't for sniffing, glue's for sticking things together.
When I was a kid, I used to pretend to be sick for Calpol. I used to love my Calpol.
Calpol's lovely. Calpol tastes so nice.
Only the purple one.
Was there another one?
A lemony, menthol kind of one. Maybe my mum was just feeding me something else.
Are you Protestant?
No.
I don't know. I thought every time I come across something weird, I'm like, something the Protestants are at.
We'll move on to your second story. Rishi Sunak.
Yeah.
His Theresa May moment is running through the fields of wheat moment when he said, "What didn't you have growing up? Sky TV." But yeah, was there anything that you had or that you didn't have as a kid where all the other kids had that you were like, I wish I had that?
A loving father. I'm only joking.
We're getting deep here.
No, I used to want the talk boy from Home Alone. You know the thing where you talk, you tape, you could record yourself talking. Now this sounds like nothing today because you could do it on your phone, but back then to have a machine where you could talk and record yourself and play it back was like magic.
I feel bad because I had that.
Did you?
Yeah. Like, did you have like Nickelodeon and stuff growing up? Oh yeah, you were one of those kids.
We had Sky.
Oh yeah,
we were fucking ruined.
Yeah.
I know.
No, we only had channels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another one. Were you one of those? I don't know if this is just in my head, right? But like in school, the people who had Sky and Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network for some reason were the same kids that ate cheese strings and dryly munchkins?
No, I didn't.
You don't have
No,
those,
I didn't
no?
really like cheese until I was about 25.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't. Yeah, except on a pizza.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably like you and butter,
I still don't like.
but I
butter.
still wouldn't just eat cheese. I wouldn't just like eat cheese. Jesus.
Oh my god! If you give me a cheese board, blue cheese, smoky cheese, chili cheese, I love cheese.
You'd
Okay, I
want
would eat it.
cheese, but a cheese board, crackers, and a
No,
grape,
no
a few
crackers.
olives.
No
You just sit and eat
Just eat
cheese.
cheese.
You are a Protestant.
Like, was there anything that you had
That other people
that other
didn't.
people didn't? Like, what age did you get a mobile phone?
Oh, 15.
15. That's a reasonable age. Yeah.
But I probably could have got it sooner. But I always, I refuse a trend for as long as I can. Like I probably could have had one at about 12. Because I remember there was people around me that had mobile phones, and I was like, "This is a fad.
Yeah.
This isn't going to last."
You were hipster, basically.
Maybe no. I was just awkward.
Okay.
What's the word we want? Tran.
What was the word there?
Tran.
Tran. What's that?
Three other. Tran.
This means like you're too good. Is it too good?
No,
too cool?
just you're awkward.
Okay.
You're just awkward.
Too awkward.
You can't just do things the way you're meant to do. You
Oh,
tran.
okay, I'll get you now. Okay, I thought you meant. Oh yeah, like you're too awkward to have a phone. Like
You're just too awkward. You just never do anything right. You're tran. If I said black, you'd say white.
eccentric.
That's a Protestant word for tran.
Stop with this narrative. I'm a Protestant getting converted into a Protestant on this podcast.
Oh God.
Okay, we're going to move on to our third and final story.
Mm-hmm.
Airbnb are creating these buildings. Like, you know when you go to Disneyland, they might have a replica of like, I don't know, like Mickey.
Cinderella's castle.
Yeah, perfect example.
Mhm.
So now they're making like mini ones where if you want to go and stay in like over in America, New Mexico, they have like a replica of the X-Men mansion, and you go in and they have like the Danger Room and they have like Professor X's office, and you can rent it out for like a week and just go and stay in the X-Men mansion.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Would you stay in an Airbnb?
I have. I love Airbnb.
Oh, you stayed in an Airbnb?
Mm-hmm.
And have you had any strange encounters? Anyone?
Well, once I was
only if you're like it's okay to talk about.
But once I used to live in Manchester, and once I went over to visit my friend lived over there, and I was just looking, like, we had plans, so I just wanted the cheapest place, a bed for the night, somewhere to put my stuff. So I was like, what's the cheapest Airbnb I can find? And it was this girl that was renting out her student halls.
Yeah.
So I just figured, right, this girl is probably, you know, she's staying with her boyfriend, she's got to rent out her student halls, and it was like 13 quid. So I was like, happy days.
13 quid?
13 quid a night, and I think
Okay.
I stayed 2 nights. And so it was grand. I went in, like, it was crap. Like, she didn't even have a duvet on the thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, 13 quid, what do you expect? So that was grand. I went out, had my night out, seen my friend, come back, and then 2 o'clock in the morning I got up and went for like a piss in the Airbnb room, and she was sat curled up on the hallway floor
I thought you were going to
outside
say on
the
the
room.
toilet.
No, she was sat curled up on the floor in the hallway.
So she rented out a room to get £26 off you.
Yeah.
But she was still there, and she was like, "I'll just give."
In the
That's-
hallway, in like the fetal position.
What did you say? Hello, and just go into the bathroom.
She didn't wake up.
Not even after you left the bathroom and left the stench.
No. And I just thought, oh my God, like, do you really need the £26 that bad? But
Fair play. £26. I'd have someone
Yeah.
sleep on the floor.
would you?
I've had stuff like that before. Where like
No,
that.
you'd sleep on the floor and let
Oh,
them
no, I
have
would
your
sleep on the
bed.
floor.
That's what she
No.
did. She slept on the floor and
Oh, okay.
sold her bed.
No, I know if I went to Edinburgh Fringe, right, which is really expensive.
Is it?
Yeah. We'll end the podcast with a similar story, right? Whenever I went to Vietnam, I went to an Airbnb,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a guy that came and answered the door, and it was really awkward, he was really shy, and he brought me in, and he went, "Oh, you want to put your stuff away? This is our bed."
Okay.
And then I was like, there's an R. This isn't your bed. This is our bed.
Uh-huh.
And then he was really, really anxious. He kept telling me, like, I don't want to go to work. I want to stay here with you and stuff. And I was like,
What?
yeah. And I was like, yeah. No, but this was like a square room where, like, you had to go up a ladder to go up on the, like, the second floor. It's hard to
Okay.
explain.
Mm-hmm.
Really square room. And then he went to work. And I was like, this is so strange. I got in the shower and I went to get my stuff. Like, his bags were still laying all over he must have just moved in or something, and found like a big massive bottle of lube, and I was like, I think I might leave. Yeah.
And did you?
after 2 hours, no, joking. No, I left straight away.
So what are you, looking back on that, how old was the guy?
I can't tell people's age these days. Probably
Yeah.
like 24 or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are you sure you weren't on Airbnb? Because that's a whole different dating app the gay men use.
Was it?
Oh, BB, yeah.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was in Vietnam. Was it? Maybe like BB had just come out in Vietnam, and that was my
Maybe.
first BB experience.
You knew what you were doing and you chickened out at the last minute, James. You know you did. You know what you were going for.
I don't want to disclose anymore. So on that note, we shall end Craic News. Thank you very much for Brandon Ward for coming in, and it's been an absolute pleasure.
Cheers, James. Thank you, bud.